He was once a refugee, living far from the land he called home. A young man with no country, no army, no power. But he had something greater, a vision, a fire inside that said, Rwanda will rise again. Paul Kagame didn't wait for miracles. He became the miracle. He led from the shadows. He trained in silence. He returned with purpose. When Rwanda was in ruins, broken by the genocide of 1994, he didn't ask who will fix it. He said, we will fix it. He believed that dignity was not given by foreign aid, but earned through unity, discipline, and hard work. Today, Rwanda is clean. It is safe. It is respected. It is rising. This is not luck. This is leadership. This is the Kagame vision. And this is why Rwanda is rising. Asterisk. Great leaders don't wait for perfect times. They create them. That's exactly what Paul Kagame did. When the world saw a country torn by war, he saw a future. When others saw ashes, he saw opportunity. When people said Rwanda was finished, he said, we're just getting started. His dream was not small. He didn't just want peace. He wanted unity. He wanted a country that stood strong on its own feet, proud, clean, and safe. Kagame's vision was clear. A Rwanda where people work together. A Rwanda where no one begs. A Rwanda that does not fear the past, but builds the future. He didn't waste time blaming the past. He focused on building a better tomorrow. That's leadership. That's courage. That's vision. He told his people, we're not victims. We are builders. We are Rwandans, and we will rise. And step by step, the rise began. Not with noise, not with excuses, but with action. This is what visionary leadership looks like. It starts in the mind, and it ends in the heart of a nation. Corruption is like poison. It kills dreams. It kills progress. And it steals from the poor to feed the greedy. But in Rwanda, that poison was rejected. Why? Because Paul Kagame made one thing very clear. There is no place for corruption here. From the top to the bottom, he built a system where leaders serve the people, not themselves. He sent a loud message to the nation. If you steal from the people, you don't belong in leadership. No secret deals. No shortcuts. No special treatment. In many countries, corruption is normal. But Kagame said, not in Rwanda. He showed that clean leadership is possible. That a country can rise when its leaders are honest. That respect doesn't come from big speeches. It comes from discipline and doing what is right. Today, Rwandans trust their institutions. Police officers don't take bribes. Government workers are held accountable. And when someone breaks the law, even a minister, they face justice. This is not fear. This is order. This is respect for the people. And this is one of the biggest reasons why Rwanda is rising. Because when corruption ends, hope begins. And when hope begins, nations rise. After the 1994 Tutsi genocide, Rwanda was broken. Not just the buildings, but the hearts. Families were destroyed. Neighbors turned into enemies. Pain was everywhere. Most leaders would choose revenge. But Paul Kagame chose something greater. He chose unity. He stood before a hurting nation and said, we are one people. We cannot heal with hate. We must forgive. We must rebuild. Together, he created spaces for truth. He opened doors for forgiveness. He made justice fair, but not blind. And he reminded the world that healing is possible. People who once feared each other began working side by side. Those who lost everything found new strength in their communities. Hate was replaced with purpose. Division was replaced with unity. Kagame didn't just rebuild a country. He rebuilt trust. He made Rwandans believe in each other again. And that's the power of leadership. To turn pain into peace. To turn survivors into leaders. To turn a nation of sorrow into a land of strength. Today, Rwanda shines because its people stand together. Not Hutu, not Tutsi, not TWA, just Rwandans. One country, one heart, one future. And that is why Rwanda is rising. A country cannot grow without peace. No dream can survive in fear. No progress can happen in chaos. That's why Paul Kagame made security a top priority. Because he knew before you build a school, you must first protect the village. He didn't build peace by asking others to do it. He trained soldiers. He trained police. He built systems that work with discipline and respect. The streets of Rwanda became safe. People started walking freely. Farmers returned to their land. Children went back to school without fear. Safety brought confidence. Confidence brought progress. Today, Kigali is one of the safest cities in Africa. Not by chance, but by leadership. Kagame understood that true security is not about power. It's about responsibility. It's not just guarding the borders. It's guarding the people's hope. Peace is not just the absence of war. Peace is the presence of order, of law, of dignity. Rwandans now live without fear because their leader made a promise. You will never be left unprotected. And he kept it. That is why businesses are growing. That is why tourism is booming. That is why children sleep in peace. Because security is not just a government job. It is a foundation, a message to every citizen. You matter. Your life matters. Your future is safe. And that is one more reason why Rwanda is rising. Look at Rwanda today. Clean streets, organized towns, pride in every corner. This didn't happen by magic. It happened by mindset. Paul Kagame understood something simple but powerful. A clean country builds clean hearts. Order is not just about appearance. It is about discipline. It is about respect. That's why Omuganda was strengthened. A national day, once a month, when everyone works. The president, the farmer, the youth, the teacher, all side by side, cleaning, planting, building. Not for show, not for praise, but for pride. In Rwanda, cleanliness is not someone else's job. It is everyone's duty, and the results speak for themselves. Rwanda is one of the cleanest nations in Africa and even in the world. Visitors arrive in Kigali and say, "Wow, this place is different." That difference is not just what they see. It's what they feel. Cleanliness is leadership. Order is culture. And Kagame helped make both a national identity. Because when people respect their environment, they begin to respect themselves. And when a country respects itself, the world cannot ignore it. That's the power of Omuganda. That's the beauty of discipline. That's the spirit of Rwanda. And that is another reason why Rwanda is rising. In many places, women are left behind, ignored, undervalued, told to stay silent. But Paul Kagame said no. He said, a nation cannot move forward with one leg. If women are held back, the country is held back too. So he made a bold choice to empower women, not as a favor, but as a right. He opened doors that were always closed. He created space at the table. He placed women in leadership, in government, in business, in security forces. And the world took notice. Today, Rwanda has more women in parliament than any other country. That's not luck. That's leadership. Kagame didn't just talk about equality. He lived it. He trusted women to lead. And they delivered. Women became ministers, mayors, soldiers, builders of peace and progress. And something beautiful happened. Rwanda grew stronger. Because when women rise, the whole nation rises with them. This empowerment wasn't about politics. It was about justice. It was about balance. It was about unlocking half of the country's potential. Paul Kagame believed in the power of women, as mothers, as leaders, as nation builders. And that belief changed Rwanda forever. This is not just gender equality. This is national strength. This is the Kagame vision in action. And that is why Rwanda is rising. The future belongs to the prepared. And Rwanda is preparing, not by copying others, but by thinking ahead. Paul Kagame saw what many leaders ignored. He said, technology is not a luxury. It is a tool for freedom. While others were stuck in the past, he moved Rwanda forward into the digital age. Internet across the hills, smart classrooms in rural areas, digital ID cards, cashless payments. He didn't ask, can we do this? He asked, how fast can we do this? He brought drones to deliver blood to remote hospitals. He opened doors for African tech startups. He supported young innovators, not with just words, but with funding, training, and platforms. This is not about gadgets. It's about mindset. He wants every young Rwandan to think big, to code, to invent, to lead in the global digital space. Because Kagame believes Africa can be more than a market. Africa can be a creator, a leader, a builder of the future. And Rwanda? It's already leading that charge. Kigali Innovation City, tech hubs, digital infrastructure. These are not dreams. They are happening now. Paul Kagame turned Rwanda into a laboratory of African innovation, a small country with big ideas. And that is why Rwanda is not just rising. It's flying. Talk is cheap. Many leaders make promises. But Paul Kagame is different. He delivers. He leads with discipline, with focus, with results. He doesn't chase the spotlight. He chases impact. While others talk about change, he builds it brick by brick. Kagame wakes up early. He works hard. He demands results, not excuses. And that mindset has shaped an entire country. Government officials are expected to perform. Deadlines matter. Budgets are respected. No laziness. No corruption. No shortcuts. He once said, "We are not a nation that makes noise. We are a nation that gets things done." And today, you can see the results everywhere. Roads, hospitals, airports, technology centers, clean water, security. This is not luck. This is not aid. This is discipline. He turned Rwanda into a nation that runs like a well-oiled machine. Organized, efficient, focused, and more than that, he turned Rwandans into believers. Believers in their country. Believers in hard work. Believers in results. Because when leadership is strong, when systems are clear, and when people take pride in their progress, the nation rises. And today, Rwanda is not just rising. It's shining, not because of luck, but because of leadership, because of Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame doesn't just talk about discipline. He lives it. He wakes up early, works with purpose, speaks only when necessary, and always delivers results. His life is a message. Real leadership starts with self-discipline. He doesn't seek applause. He seeks progress. While others waste time in endless meetings or political games, Kagame focuses on what matters, getting things done. He leads by example, quietly, consistently, powerfully. His actions say more than words ever could, and his discipline sets the tone for the entire nation. Because when a leader lives the values they preach, people follow. Systems work, goals are met, and nations rise. That is the Kagame way. That is why Rwanda is rising.